Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only, and for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law, and through this channel I'd like to bring some stock analysis as well as a short 5-minute trading lesson at the end, so please stay tuned. Okay, so before we start the main part of the video, first thing I'd like to do is draw your attention to a news story that broke yesterday. And the headline here from BBC News with regard to the COVID vaccine is the US backs waiver vaccine patents to boost supply. So why is this important in terms of stocks? That's the next thing I'm going to share with you now. Okay, so first of all, we have a number of pharmaceutical companies that are involved in developing vaccines. These include Pfizer, we have Moderna, we have the Johnson & Johnson, we have AstraZeneca, and through this channel, the main company that I've talked about is ticker symbol OCGN. So all of these stocks will be affected by this news. In terms of the general overview of this story, the feeling across the world is that third world countries are unable to afford these vaccines, and it's going to create a long-term problem for the world if the developed countries are fully vaccinated, but the developing countries are unable to make payments and buy these vaccines, because obviously the pharmaceutical companies will have their own pricing policies on these vaccines. So we're going to have a little bit of an issue there in terms of affordability. So with regard to the World Health Organization, the US has agreed in negotiations with them to consider removing the patent. So in terms of the pharmaceutical companies, this is actually bad news for them. So it's bad news for AstraZeneca, Pfizer, Moderna, and ticker symbol OCGN. We will see a fall in the value of the share price. I think close of play yesterday, I did see that ticker symbol OCGN did go down in excess of 10%. So this news is good generally for the world and the vaccine, but it's bad for the pharmaceutical share prices. And the reason for that is once the patent has been removed, other companies and other medical companies will be able to copy their formula and sell at low cost. So it's a bit like selling paracetamol. So paracetamol, any company can kind of make paracetamol and sell it, and it's generally a very cheap drug. So the purpose is to make this COVID vaccine patent free. Once it's patent free, anybody can copy anybody's formula, making it much cheaper to distribute across the world. So please be aware of that in terms of buying stocks in some of these pharmaceutical companies. And the next thing I'd like to draw your attention is to an update on my community page that I made with regard to this stock. Okay, so with regard to ticker symbol OCGN specifically, in today's video, we did see at one point the price of this stock went down just above $5. So this was from, previous highs of 12, 13, 14 and 15. And very recently we have seen this hit again in excess of $14, $15. What we have also seen is the share price come down quite quickly after reaching those highs. So I did make a statement on the community page to inform some of the investors in OCGN, and I did say that if you have invested in this stock as well as the CTXR, to take profits, because I do anticipate a pullback. However, long term both stocks do have potential. So if anybody did take profit, well done. If anybody's holding long term, then that's fine as well, because I'm still confident that the stocks will recover and grow for the long term. Okay, so today's video is about cryptocurrency Dogecoin. So we're going to start off by looking at a profile and background of Dogecoin. In terms of when it emerged, we can see in terms of the profile here, it emerged in 2013. Initially as a joke, it was created by Jackson Palmer and Billy Marcus with regard to the growth of altcoins and making the Dogecoin internet meme into a cryptocurrency. So that's its history in terms of how it started from 2013. So it's a derivative of Lucky Coin, which forked from Litecoin and uses a script algorithm. Dogecoin has 1 minute block intervals, making it faster than other blockchains. There is no cap to the supply of coins, and thus the coin can inflate infinitely. So this is, last point is very important in terms of drawing this to your attention. This makes it different to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is limited, Dogecoin is not limited. So that is a key difference. What this basically means is this can be subject to inflation, and it can also limit the long-term price because basically you have a situation where you have as many Dogecoins as you want. In terms of something that keeps its value, generally from an economics point of view, anything in short supply is always high in value, and that's one of the reasons why Bitcoin has achieved all-time high prices, because of its limited supply. So Dogecoin is different. However, it has recently been trending. The volume has increased, the price has increased, so we're going to look at that now. Okay, so next thing I'm going to look at now is some key data with regards to Dogecoin. So this is from CoinDesk, and at time of filming we can see here the previous 24 hours it was down in excess of 11%. However, over the year, this is the important figure that is led to a lot of volume and interest in this currency. So in this cryptocurrency is the yearly total return in the green. On the right hand side you can see that this is in excess of 12,000%. The value traded is in excess of $6 billion, and we can see in terms of volatility it's a 3.73. so it's extremely volatile. It's lots and lots of volume, very huge return over the year. So is it still worth investing in? So let's consider some of the news articles for Dogecoin. Okay, so the first news article I'd like to share with you is dated 5th of May 2021 by Keisha Langton, and the headline here is Dogecoin price. Why is Dogecoin going up? Will it keep rising? And in this article there's also a headline video there from Mark Yusko, and his perspective on this is Dogecoin is pure speculation and will end badly. So that's a video that you may want to look at with regard to this news article. Okay, so delving deeper into the news article, we're going to look at reasons why interest in this cryptocurrency has increased. So we can see in the previous 24 hours as of Wednesday the 5th of May 2021, this cryptocurrency did increase in excess of 13%. The main reason for this is that the popular trading platform eToro is now offering Dogecoin to all its customers. It's not being made available on other trading apps such as Coinbase. However, that could also happen in the future, prompting a further increase in price. So this announcement actually helped push Dogecoin's price above $50 billion. So in terms of the all-time high, as of Tuesday, it was 50 cents. I think at time of filming, it has come down a little bit from that all-time high. In terms of the investing platform eToro, they have over 20 million registered users worldwide. So it's a huge platform for this cryptocurrency. Okay, so the next news article I'd like to share with you is from Irim Sharifa Khan, also from the 5th of May 2021, and the headline here is what happens if Dogecoin hits $1 market cap for virtual currency explained. So let's have a look at the details of this article. Okay, so in terms of the next part of this article, it's saying here what happens if Dogecoin hits $1. So there is lots of trending information on Reddit in terms of squeezing this to $1. So, and there's also lots of volume. So in terms of my opinion, can it hit $1? Certainly in the medium to long term, I believe it can. So let's have a look at some of the details. First of all, if Dogecoin hits $1, it will be a milestone for the cryptocurrency. However, what we can also see that the currency is viable to use with online merchants. So it is becoming more and more accepted as a form of payment. So we can see that it has been accepted in travel, in ebooks, in fashion, and in services. So quite a few services can be seen to be accepting this currency. So it's becoming more recognized, and that is certainly driving the price upwards in terms of the momentum. However, there are warnings, and we can see the CEO of CoinFlip has stated that never invest anything you are not willing to lose. So that is something that I certainly agree with. So this is still going to be a high risk play. It's not going to be protected by financial regulations in the same way as your money would be protected in a bank. And with Dogecoin, we have seen exponential growth. However, if interest continues, I do see this growth continuing. But it also depends on momentum, it depends on interest, and it also depends on competitors and other cryptocurrencies as well. Okay, so the final part I'd like to look at is, does Dogecoin have a market cap? So the current market cap for Dogecoin as at 5th of May 2021 is a staggering $69 billion. So according to Forbes, that actually makes this the fourth most valuable cryptocurrency behind Bitcoin, Ethereum and Binance coin. So these figures are tremendous in terms of Dogecoin and the momentum. So it is likely that Dogecoin will reach $1. However, there's no time frame for that. It could be the medium term, it could be the long term, it could be later on this year. Nobody really knows the future. However, I do agree with this article where it says it's unlikely that it will reach $100. I don't think it will reach $100 certainly for the next 10-15 years. However, it would be something positive if I am proved wrong with regard to this. So let's say, for example, it did reach $100. What does that mean? So if it did reach $100, we can see on the last part of this article, the total market cap for Dogecoin would be $18 trillion, and that would be greater than China's economy and almost equal to the US economy. So that's why I don't believe it will reach $100, because the figures would not make sense. Okay, so it's now time for lesson of the day. In the previous lesson we looked at the cup and with handle, and today we're going to continue with chart analysis part 3, and today we're looking at something called the ascending triangle. So if you have a look at the illustration there on the screen, you can see the triangle identified in grey. So the green line represents the value of the share, the red dot there indicates the breakout in terms of the share price. So what we can see is continuous growth on the left in the share price, and then some consolidation downwards. So we have kind of a W sign. That W sign can be represented as a triangle, and that is an indication of breakout. So let's have a look at this ascending triangle. It usually appears in an upward trend and is recognized as a continuation pattern. It is a bullish pattern. Sometimes it can be created as part of a reversal at the end of a downward trend, but more commonly it's known as a continuation. So ascending triangles are always bullish patterns whenever they occur. So as soon as a share price is going up, in terms of consolidating, it can create this W sign there. However, the W sign is not always going to be a perfect shape. So you've just got to look for a general outline and see if you can form a triangle there identified with the grey lines. And at the right hand side of the W, that would be the indication of breakout. So that's a good time to buy or invest just before the breakout. And then obviously once it breaks out and reaches a peak, it's also a good time then to take profits and cash out. If the stock is a penny stock, certainly cash out. Okay, thank you very much for joining me. Please stay tuned and join me again.